more than a feeling. Hey. Oh, how you doing? I'm Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. What is this world coming to? Yet another day. I'm just letting my thumbs do the walking, scrolling through the realm of social media. Social media is a trip. It's quite hilarious if you ask me. But I keep coming across videos of women, okay? And I'm seeing all races of women out there crying about this. But I'm seeing my women, so-called black women, I'm seeing them cry about this more than any other group. And their complaint is black men aren't talking to us anymore. Black men aren't approaching us when we're out and about in the streets or in the mall or in the grocery store, in the parking lot, strolling through the neighborhood, whatever. They are really, really complaining at a very high rate and a very heavy rate about the lack of attention that they are receiving from so-called black men. And look, I just got to keep it real, y'all, because for years and years and years, I've heard a lot of so-called black women, and they've been shouting it from the mountaintops. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. Literally, like, I can't even say how long I've been hearing that. I can't say how many times. Look, the name of this channel is Mr. Real Talk. I'm not bashing the sisters at all, but I cannot act like this is not a serious problem because a lot of you sisters are in big trouble out here, okay? And you out here all alone and you ain't got no protection. A lot of you sisters, you in big trouble out here in these streets. And so I gotta try to say something. Maybe this will help some of the women out there snap out of it before it's too late and you get carried off or carried away somewhere. It's real out here in the field, okay? Like I said, I'm seeing countless videos of so-called black women crashing out, crying, moaning, and groaning about the lack of attention that they are receiving from black men. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it out there, but I always pay attention to my surroundings, all right? I'm from the hood. I'm from the turf, okay? Growing up in the hood, growing up on the turf, it was a must that you be aware of your surroundings at all times. Because soon as you're not aware of your surroundings, only the Most High God knows what could happen to you as a result of not being aware. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, maybe because for the most part, like I said, just being real, just keeping it real and a buck, keeping it honest. Most people don't care anything about how men feel, especially black men. Nobody cares about black men. Look, and before any of you sisters out there fly out the handle, we talking in general, okay? We talking in general. I know that some of you sisters out there, y'all love the brothers and y'all care about our people, the men, okay? But I'm speaking in general. In general, brothers out here are not receiving love. Okay, we're not getting it. A lot of brothers don't even receive love from their own mother. Okay, that may come as a shock to some of you out there. It's not a shock to me. Okay, I'm black, even though I'm not black. There's no such thing as a black person, but I'm so-called black. So this is not a shock to me. I know a lot of niggas out there, believe it or not. And like I said, this may come as a shock to some of you out there. And it's such a shock because, number one, black men are not allowed to have feelings. Black men are not allowed to have emotions. We damn sure not allowed to voice those feelings or emotions. And For the most part, nobody cares. Like I said, a lot of brothers out there own mothers don't even love them. Never really even show them love. You guys may say that's not true. I know several guys, okay, older, younger, same age, doesn't matter, that will tell you some stories about how their own mother treated them and how their own mother raised them. It'll make you, some of you, your jaws would drop to the floor if I shared with you some of the stories that I'm privy of. Okay? And like I said, the world that we live in is just not a world receptive and conducive to black men being happy, being thought of in any other way other than a criminal and something vile. It's just nobody that cares. For the most part, nobody cares. And that's why nobody shows you love. All right? And here's the thing. Men have been suffering for hundreds of years. Okay? But everybody got their breaking point. And clearly, okay, for the most part, and we know that some brothers out there, they still madly in love with black women. They still love black women. I still love black women. I'm still madly in love with black women. But I don't have a wife. And I don't believe in none of this girlfriend, boyfriend stuff. I don't believe in that. But I don't have a wife, okay? And look, because I'm black, the natural progression for me would be to what? Have a so-called black wife. But to the men out there who are so-called black, you guys already know. This video probably not even for you guys because all black men out there know what I'm saying is true. The only pushback that I will get, it'll be from women, okay? Now, some of you women out there actually know that what I'm saying is true. But how many of you will actually acknowledge that? I'm sure it'll be a small number, okay? Because this world has to change. This world has been anti-black man. And see, here's the thing. Our family starts with the black man. And then comes the woman, and then comes the child. But if this whole world has been anti-black man, well, there you go. That's why Esau's world has to pass away and Jacob's world has to come in. Because believe it or not, that's the only time that a lot of so-called black people will actually be able to experience love. Believe it or not. Esau's kingdom has got black men and black women so out of touch with each other and with reality. We're not capable of loving each other anymore. For the most part. Remember, we're talking in generalities, okay? We're talking for the most part. You're going to look into the future 10, 20, 30 years from now. You're not going to see old black couples growing old and growing gray. You're not going to see it. There is no love in the community. There's none. So, and see, here's the thing. Men are the one who are responsible for building and maintaining societies. Something that, because of this whole feminism thing and there's all this other nonsense out here, the world has had their head in the sand like an ostrich. But men are the ones who build societies. We are the ones who upkeep them and keep them going. The very second that the men check out of society, society is doomed. And because of social media and all these people out here turning themselves into gods online, Instagram, Facey, selfies, and all this other kind of crap, nobody's paying attention. But when the bottom falls all the way out, you're going to be forced to pay attention. Men have threw in the towel. I don't know how many people out there are aware of what I'm saying. And look, this ain't just so-called black men. I'm giving you sisters, I'm giving all women of the world a warning right now. Men have thrown in the towel. But in America, for sure, men have given up. Because it doesn't really seem like there's any reward for a real man out here in this world. Doesn't seem like it. And especially if you're a so-called black man. You can forget about it. For the most part. I mean, hey, are there some so-called black people out there? We know we the real Israelites. Are there some Israelites out there who are going to be able to find a mate? You're going to be able to find love I'm sure that there is. Some of you out there, you've been blessed, but that's not the norm. The norm is what you see every day out here in the so-called black community. It's a freaking wreck, a train wreck, going downhill with no brakes. And it's going over into a cliff, into a ravine. That's the black community in a nutshell. That's the last place you're gonna find what you guys call love. It doesn't exist. And I know it may sound doom and gloom to some of you, but I deal with reality. Why do you think all these black women are online moaning and groaning, crying, complaining that black men are not showing them attention anymore? Because I remember there was a time black men be falling all over themselves to holler at women, any kind of woman, including black women. But you know what? I guess there's only so much that brothers can take. And after being ridiculed and called creepy because you walk up to a woman and say hello, he's a creep. You guys, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You painted yourself into a corner, and now there's nobody to come bail you out. And now you're going to be in big trouble. All the stuff that's going on, the Trumpster's back in office. He's changing all of these laws. I mean, to all the so-called black women out there, you better tighten up, sis. You better tighten up, and you better tighten up quick. Get your mind together. Get your act together, okay? Because without the black man, you do not have anybody out there to protect you. Most of our women, they've literally chased off whatever kind of men they had in their life, if you want to be honest. And I know this is going to be painful. I'm not bashing the sisters or none. I'm actually bringing this out because I'm a so-called black man. I do have a horse in this race, okay? But I'm not going to let this get me down or destroy me. I'm black. I've dealt with worse, okay? If you black, you already know what I'm saying is true. If you are a so-called black man out there, your real name is Israelite, you know what I'm saying is true. Nobody cares about you, okay? And this ain't nothing new. It's been going on for a long time. But nobody can talk about it. Who you going to talk about it to? Who are you going to talk about it to? You can't talk about it to nobody. Many of you are suffering every single day, and you can't talk to nobody about it because nobody cares. You know what they're going to tell you? Nigga, suck it up. That's what they're going to tell you because they don't care. And I'm not telling you that for you to get upset. I'm telling you that so you understand what's going on. How long has this been going on? This ain't nothing new. But to somebody out there, this sounds like crazy talk. To somebody out there, they're scratching their head right now saying, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Real Talk. You know what? Because it's a good chance that nobody can tell you nothing because you are a very volatile individual. And if somebody tries to come to you saying something like what I'm saying, you're going to fly off the handle. And they know that. So that's why a lot of men are just thrown in the towel. And not just when it comes to dating and love and relationships, with society, period. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but this society is on its way out. And men have thrown in the towel. Men are not going to save this. Now look, no man can save a society or a nation. When the Most High says your time is up, it's up. But these people out here, most people don't know anything about that. They don't know when the Most High says the kingdom time is up, it's up. They think that they could save it if they wanted to. But the thing is, most men, they don't want to anymore. They've had enough. And most men can't tell their counterparts, their wives or their women, because most women just don't care about what men think. They don't care how you feel, especially if you're a black man. But now it's like, I just find it kind of ironic. I'm seeing all these videos. They popping out of the woodwork. I don't know if you guys have seen them. I'm seeing them all the time. I'm not looking for these things. They're all over the place. Women, particularly black women, moaning and groaning and saying, I was out with 3 of my friends last night and we're all pretty women. And no black guys tried to talk to us. They're not coming up to us asking for numbers. And some of these women are very attractive. So it's not that, oh, they don't look good. That's not true. That's not true at all. I guess the best way that a farmer would say, the orange ain't worth the squeeze no more. And this is not about me or what I think. We're talking in general. You guys can't see it. Men have walked away from society. Men have mentally checked out. Because you know what? Here's the thing. For the most part, society checked out on men a long time ago. But see, men, because of who we are, we refuse to see the truth. And we wanted to be accepted and we wanted love so bad and so much that we were willing to turn a blind eye and accept even disrespect, accept being belittled, disregarded, unappreciated, scorned, treated like rubbish. But apparently, men are no longer willing to put up with that kind of stuff anymore. See, society, like I said, society checked out on men a long time ago. But men were the one holding it up saying, no, no, I love you. No, I'm not going to give up. No. When for the most part, society said, man, we don't care nothing about you. But men couldn't accept that. But see, now, apparently, at least for the most part, it seems like a lot of men have finally accepted that. And see, now society is in trouble. It's getting ready to go down. It's already going down. And you're going to see that. For those of you who don't know, you're going to see soon. And a message to all of my so-called black women out there, all y'all sisters out there, repent from your ways, okay? Humble yourself down. Turn from your wicked ways. Turn to the Most High Yahweh and Him alone. Learn His law, statutes, and commandments. Learn to love your brothers and sisters. Learn to love your nation. Learn to love your God. And you will learn to love yourself. And same thing for you so-called black men out there. Repent from your wicked ways, brother. Turn away from your evil ways, brother. And turn back to your God, Yahweh, and Him alone. And get your nation straight, brothers. Because we are the head. Of course, our women are going to be in a terrible state, which they are. Because it started with us. So-called black men are in a terrible state. Particularly here in America. All over the world, the Negroes are in trouble. But right now, I'm talking about these Negroes here in America. The black man has been in trouble. We got to repent. And we got to start being righteous again. And you know what? And we got to know, we got to know when to cut our losses. I know, as a so-called black man, you turn to the Most High as an Israelite. Most of our women are going to be repulsed by that. I get it. Because black culture it's a mess. And somebody who's trying to be righteous, you can't do nothing inside of black culture because black culture is black. It's evil and satanic. And just like most of our men, they engage in black culture. Just like most of our women, they engage in black culture, which is demonic and satanic. So of course you run into all kind of problems. They're black. I used to be black. Thank the Most High Yahweh, He delivered me from that problem. I'm an Israelite. Ain't no such thing as a black person. We got to get our act together, y'all. And until we do, which I know collectively as a whole, we're not going to do it. So that's why love, dating, relationships, whatever you want to call it, it's over in the black community. You're not going to find it. And another thing, as wicked as this kingdom is, ran by Esau, and most of our women, they love themselves some Esau. Whatever Esau says, most of our women, they love to obey Esau. They cherish him. And they're going to side with Esau over you most of the time. Just look at what's been going on. If you, as a so-called righteous man, you want to marry a woman, I'm just saying just me. I would not marry a woman under Esau's law. I'm not going to sign no contract with me, my wife, and the damn devil. And these heathen Gentiles don't have no authority to be bringing no holy matrimony together anyway. They're Gentiles. Like I said, and where do you see in the Old Testament, by the way, where do you see a man needed somebody else to come and preside over him coming together with a woman and say, okay, I give you permission? I don't need no man's permission to marry no woman. That's a decision between me and my wife if I get married. I don't need nobody else, and neither do you. But because you've been born into captivity, a prisoner of war, the whole game is rigged, it's fixed. That's why you ain't gonna find love out here no more as a so-called black person. So just get used to it. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but this channel is called Mr. Real Talk. I deal with reality. And the reality is, every day I see another video coming out with women crashing out saying black men are not paying attention to them, not approaching them. And that's because most black men, I mean, some black brothers are still pursuing sisters and looking for them. But I'm going to say a large portion of black men, they're not pursuing black women. They're not dating black women. They're not romantically involved, or even a lot of black men are not even interested in our women no more. That's how bad it is out here. And sisters, a lot of you guys, I'm sorry, a lot of you women don't realize how bad this is. But when the winds really begin to blow in this place, you're going to know what I'm talking about, and you're going to wish that you would have got with an Israelite man and humbled yourself down and turned yourself into another person. Just like the Israelite men got to do. We got to turn ourselves into another man. You women out there, you got to turn yourselves into another woman. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.